Alrighty, so today I'd like to talk to you about these LAOA compact wire and cable strippers. I've had these cable strippers for about 2 weeks now, and I've been carrying around in my pocket. You can probably see a bunch of scuff marks where they've been rubbing up against my screwdriver and such. I got these cable strippers because I wanted to be able to strip the outer insulation off of Cat 5 and some Prox cables and stuff, and I wanted to be able to strip that off without interfering with the insulation on the conductors on the inside. So I was looking around for something that would cut that without having to try to dig down in to the cable or the wire stripper itself and fight that off. And then once I've done that, I look down in there and I see, oh, I've stripped some of this wire. So I was looking for something that would do this automatically, and this is what I found, and it actually does a pretty good job. So what it doesn't do a good job of cutting is this string that comes on the inside of them, but that's okay, I got a knife. So what we have is like a razor blade on the inside here, and it just barely sticks out like 1/2 millimeter, and that's just enough to kind of cut the outer insulation on this Cat 5 cable, and then it pops right out. But there's not enough razor blade sticking out to actually cut any of the wire itself. So I really like that part, and that's basically the only reason why I bought these. But once I've carried them around for a week, they're actually not a bad pair of just regular wire strippers to have in your pocket. So this is like a 18 gauge. This is some of the softer stuff that's like on this is a PC power supply connector of some sort. So let's find 18 gauge. It does a really good job on the smaller stuff. I think the biggest thing I've stripped is 10 gauge, and the biggest thing that I've been able to cut is 10 gauge. And cutting 10 gauge was a lot. I mean, that was a lot of wire to be cutting. It's really not that heavy duty for cutting the bigger wire, but it does a really good job on the smaller stuff, and even the really small stuff. Like this is almost what you'd expect inside those Prox cables. I think this is 22, and I'll put it on the 20, and it strips it really good too. And that's one thing, my strippers that I use at work every day, they don't really strip the small stuff very well. So another feature of these pliers is that they have a latch here at the hinge, and the latch works pretty good. It holds the pliers shut while they're in your pocket. You don't want them coming open in your pocket, but it's still not so hard to undo that you couldn't undo it one-handed if you needed to. So I like that it has the latch, and the latch has a good positive feel to it when you close it. Another thing is these cable splitters. It's got a small razor blade kind of on a diagonal, and you can use that to split down the cable if you wanted to. I've really not ever needed to do that, but it does work. You just have to make sure that you put the cable through in the right direction. You don't want to try to feed it through this way because it'll just bunch up. You have to feed it through where it gradually cuts into it. So you grab it like this, and it splits right down the end of the cable. I've never really liked to do that because you have a chance of cutting down the edge of your conductor, but it does split down, and then you could, if you wanted to, grab this stripping twine or whatever it's called and pull it down, and then you have cable that's never been exposed to a blade. These strippers also come with an extra set of blades, one of those square blades for stripping the sheathing off the cable and one for splitting it. In addition, it comes with an extra screw, which will probably come in handy because these screws are tiny and probably easy to lose. And it looks like the screw is the same screw for each end. Alright, well, thanks for watching. If you're interested in getting a pair of these, there'll be a couple affiliate links in the description. I'd appreciate it if you use them. It won't cost you any more. It'll just give me a small commission. Thanks for watching.